Good. I'm always good. Amen. 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 Good evening, brothers and sisters. How we doing out there? It's been a beautiful night, beautiful people. God put, I wanted to share the last 3 weeks of my life, but I'm going to back it up a little bit more and go back to maybe a little bit in the beginning when God called me out of darkness into the light. So on Mother's Day, 1987, I gave my life to the Lord. Since then, I was affiliated with gangs and drugs and all types of stuff, and been pronounced dead twice, and been through a lot of stuff in my life. But and then my mother was born Orthodox Jewish, so I'm Messianic. I believe that Jesus is the true Messiah. So most definite. And then just how Pastor Scott word and the preaching and the messages just kind of tied into everything, but may God be the glory. So just 3 weeks ago, I was in the Navy. The Navy sent me to a chiropractor to get my migraines and my back problems under control. So they cracked my neck, and I started feeling kind of dizzy and just not right. I was getting real bad headaches, and usually when I get the migraines, they're under my right eye. This was in the middle. I was feeling like a vertigo attack, but instead of like wobbling, I felt like I was walking up just a crooked hill. So I was getting chest pains. They were dull, and just real bad sensitivity to light. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I wake up, I tell my wife, I said, well, if I'm feeling like this tomorrow, we're gonna have to go to the emergency room because things just ain't quite right. So we went to the emergency. I called my doctor, they sent me to the ER. We live in a neighborhood, so instead of going to Swedish, I packed a bag. I told my wife, I said, man, take me over to Lutheran General. She took me over to Lutheran General. We got into the ER room and talked to the doctor. He's like, there might be something wrong with your neck. I said, okay. So they did a scan on my head. They did a chest X-ray, came back okay. So he goes, you know what, man? I'm gonna do one with contrast. And usually I'm allergic to the iodine, so I don't usually do the one with the contrast. But I said, man, you go ahead and do what you need to do, man, because I'm just not feeling right. So they did the one with the contrast, came back. I had a brain aneurysm in between two of my major arteries in my head. So he's like, well, we're gonna have to, you're gonna be admitted, and we're gonna have the neurosurgeon come and talk to you. So neurosurgery came and talked to me, and she goes, you're usually the aneurysms are 1 or 2 millimeters. Yours is 6, so that's pretty big. We're concerned about it. Where yours is at is in a tricky position, dangerous and very serious. So we got this new because the stent and the coil's not going to work for you. So we're in the process of doing this research. It's called SEAL, which is a coil and a stent that we're going to put into you. I said, okay. She said, but you know what the funny thing is? These people were supposed to go yesterday on Sunday, and none of them knew why they were still here. God's timing. He prolonged their leaving to save my life, because if they weren't there, they wouldn't have been able to do the procedure. Somebody from that team has to be in the surgery room when you're having it. Also, the doctor that was going to perform it was called from Rush Hospital to Lutheran General, and he is the one that brought the angiogram to Lutheran General Hospital. So God was aligning everything up in such a way to save my life. So glory be to God. So we did the surgery, and it went off. It went good. They went through my groin area up to my brain, put the seal in last Wednesday. So I'm a little bit over a week and a half from that. Yep. Thank you. And then the previous week and the following week, there's been 5 people that I know personally that have died from aneurysms in their brain. So it's young, old, in between. So what God has called me to do is to do two things. First of all is to make a call to his people to get yourself right with the Lord right now. This ain't a tomorrow thing. This ain't a later on thing. It's a right now thing, because tomorrow's not promised. Not even the next second is promised. So the timing of that is good. It's very important. And then also to the brown and the black communities, we got to start living better. Got to start taking better care of ourselves. We got to start, when we feeling something ain't right, we got to go to the doctor and get it checked out, right? We always want to tough it out and not go check on ourselves. And time is of the essence in most cases when we're dealing with our health. So we can't keep putting it off and not telling our loved ones what's really going on. It's important as well to make sure that you know what's going on in the near future, so when the doctor asks you what's been going on, you can tell them, right? Because if I wouldn't have told him that I got my neck cracked, he probably wouldn't have went on and done what he needed to do, right? So everything is in God's time, and I'm sitting there and God's saying, my time, and my time, and my time, and my time. And just today, my cousin I've been praying for 20 years to give up the drinking and the drugs. He called me, he said, man, Mack, I'm ready. So it's not about when we want it, it's about when it's God's timing, right? So we have to be still, we have to take those times so we can spend time with the Lord, so we can know when it's God's timing, right? If we're not connected, then we're not going to know, right? So glory be to God. Please do me a favor. Do not get your neck cracked. It is very dangerous. The arteries in your neck that carry oxygen to your brain, when you get your neck cracked, are manipulated, can bust and bruise, and you can get yourself in a situation where strokes, you're more proponent for strokes and brain aneurysms. Also, blood pressure, monitor your blood pressure. Make sure you're not around a lot of cigarette smoke and smoking, because that also causes the aneurysms in your brain. So may God bless you. Have a wonderful day.